Hey, Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Waha Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. The Samathi from the GMS Dallas camp. I wanted to go into a quick lesson in regards to what the times we're in this winter solstice. Okay, you have everybody out here pushing Christmas, getting holiday gifts and just in the wicked spirit of Christmas. That's why we have to point certain things out, especially the ones that are in the know. Okay, the elect. We see that this is the wickedest time of year, the winter solstice. This is where the witches and warlocks, they actually are pushing that vibration, and our people, the so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans they really take hold to the aspect of so-called Christmas, all right, which you're basically Xing out the Messiah, which is true biblical name is Yahweh Shai, and the Most High power, the Most High God, the only living God, okay, the creator of them all, the Most High, is Yahweh, right? So wanted to watch this video here because we can show our people everything, but they got them, the Most High, we know the Most High have them blinded, but we can show them history, facts, that this is, they say this is where during the time of the birth of the Messiah, knowing that's not true. This is even not the time of the season. But our people would not want to hear. They don't want to forbear. They don't even want to take that heed. Okay, they reject knowledge. Okay, as the Most High said, Yahweh said He would reject thee. Okay, because our people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. You can read that in Hosea 4:6. But I wanted to get into this here. Okay, and I'll get a couple of scriptures, Lord willing, this to be edifying.
During the Saturnalia celebrations, holly and other greens were hung over doorways as part of a pagan ritual to ward off evil. To deck the halls with boughs of holly was to acknowledge the powers of the nature gods. According to Wiccan rituals, placing holly or other greens in the shape of a circle or wreath accentuated its magical power. Similarly, mistletoe, when used in the casting of Wiccan or Druidic spells, could render a woman helpless and open to sexual exploitation. This is where we get our custom of hanging mistletoe in doorways today, and if a woman is caught underneath, she may be kissed and must not resist.
The fir tree.
This is, like I say, going to whoredom. She can't resist, just allow her to let you get it. Okay, this is something that is not a custom to our customs. This is not our customs, all right? This is our pagan customs, the customs of the heathens, but yet the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24. So our people have dwelt in this madness for so long that they feel like if they stop, then they're doing wrong. Okay, they got to keep putting their kids into it and keep pushing, but you're basically you're sacrificing your kids, okay, spiritually, and this is gonna what's gonna happen is the Lord is gonna destroy you for that. Now He's going into the like you said, the evergreen tree, the fir tree.
All of these things typically come from overtly pagan traditions, typically from Northern Europe, German, Norse, and English.
Likewise, evergreen trees have always represented sex and fertility in pagan cultures. During the winter solstice, trees would be chopped down, brought inside, set up, and decorated as idols for worship.
The Christmas tree was regarded as a sacred tree. The pagans of Northern Europe typically worshipped trees. They regarded trees.
And the Lord told Israel not to go by the ways of the heathen. All right, Jeremiah 10, and He tells you about the worshiping of the evergreen tree. Okay, this is the Wiccan spirit that our people be in. Okay.
And groves as sacred. So the bringing of the tree into the house would be a way of bringing this supernatural source of blessing into your home. That was the whole idea, that there were spirits who resided in the trees.
In the Middle Ages, the tradition of the winter solstice Christmas tree primarily took root in Germany. During his reign,
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this scripture, and I think they bring it up in here, but we can get it. It says, "Hear ye, Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel." He's talking to the Israelites, so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, we are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, so it is some Israelites that are mingled amongst the heathen nations. Verse 2, it says, "Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed of the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain." All right. "For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the works of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and gold, and fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it not move." Okay. And when you go into the NLV version of that, let me get it here. It says, "They decorated with silver and gold, and then fasten it securely with hammer and nails, so it won't fall over." All right. So they do it so it won't fall over, because it's not a living. It's an idol. It's not a living power like the Most High. But our people don't want to give reverence and their praise up to the Most High. They want to give it to these idols. Okay. They want to stay in this wicked tradition. But even though we can point out, hey, this is in history and this is factual, that this is not the way of you Israelites. This is not the way. You learn the way of the heathens. And what it says in Micah, Micah, "Come out of her, my people." Okay. Let's keep going.
King George I, himself of German extraction, brought the custom to Victorian England. German immigrants settling in Pennsylvania did the same in America during the early 1800s. In 1848, the London Illustrated News published this famous engraving depicting Queen Victoria and her royal family beside a decorated Christmas tree. And within a few years, nearly every English household had their own tree in allegiance to the monarchy. By 1900, the U.S. Forest Service estimated that at least 1 in 5 homes in America had adopted the Christmas tree tradition. Thousands of years earlier, God, speaking through the prophet Jeremiah, warned against this pagan practice in the Old Testament. "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, that it move not. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good."
You see that? So the prophet Jeremiah told us not to do the ways of the heathen, and this is literally going into what we're in today. Okay, so-called December 25th on the calendar of Esau's kingdom, showing that we do not supposed to be following these traditions, so-called Christmas. This is Ezekiel 20 and start at verse 30. It says, "Wherefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh power, are ye polluted after the manner of your fathers?" So you're going to continue the ways, even though the men of the Lord, okay, here, especially here in GMS, who is providing 100% truth, letting you know to not learn, go by the way of your fathers, learn not the way of the heathens, because your fathers was received the understanding and the ways of the heathen. It says, "And commit ye whoredoms after their abominations." So you're going after the ways, and you're whoring after these other gods, which are not living. Verse 31, "For when ye offer your gifts when ye make your sons to pass through the fire, ye pollute yourselves with all your idols, even unto this day. And shall I be inquired of by you, O house of Israel, as I live, saith Yahweh power. I will not be inquired of you, of by you. Okay. It says, and that which cometh into the mind shall not at all, that ye say, we will be as the heathen, as the families of the country, to serve wood and stone. All right. So you're gonna go out the heathen and serve wood and stone, and not your heavenly power, your heavenly God. Come on now. And let me get one more here. All right. This is what's the lucky? We don't supposed to be learning the ways of the heathen. We don't supposed to be going off looking, putting up trees, artificial or the real ones, because that's still representing. You're still giving that vibration off to who? To these God, these idols. This is an abomination that you do when you actually follow the ways of the heathen. Am I right? Let me get another one here, and then we'll get ready to close it out. This is Leviticus 18, and this is what we're supposed to be doing. Start at verse 30. Let me see here. You know what? Let's let's start at verse 29. It says, for whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them, shall be cut off among their people. Therefore shall ye keep my ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abomination customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am Yahweh your power. So this is the Lord saying we don't supposed to be pursuing in the acts of the customs of the heathen. All right? Or you will be cut off amongst with them. Okay? And the Lord is getting ready to return. You see all these chariots that they're sightings and things like that. You see the ways of the world. You see the pestilence and famine. It's only going to get worse in 2021. So the Lord is getting ready to come back. So you're supposed to repent and stop and learn not the ways of the heathen. It's still time, but we're still in that grace period. But we're right here in the cusp of the pure madness and destruction. We're in Jacob's trouble, and it's only going to get worse. All right. And what's going to happen after that? Like I said, Esau's going to come down on you, Jakes, like a great flood, pursuing the revelations. Come down on you with great wrath and like a great flood. Like I said, pursuant to Revelations 12 and 12. All right. And the Lord is going to come and deliver his elect. Okay. Because salvation is near. But our people still reject knowledge, which is supposed to happen. 2/3, through prophecy, are going to be destroyed along with the heathen nation, but we'll come back through the loins of the elect, and we'll be righteous. But with that, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.